With the news of a polished form of integrated strategies coming soon to CN, many players, including me, started screaming for excitement like a Genshin Impact player receiving 2 Primogems for anniversary. After coping for almost a year, this game mode seems to be finally re-emerging again, bringing new life to Arknights communities. If you're a newer player who's never experienced integrated strategies, I'm so sorry for your loss. You might be wondering what all the hype is about on this fancy game mode. Let's dive into what integrated strategies is and what makes the game mode so fun. It's my turn to walk Kyobi this week? Oh shoot, you're right. Gotta make sure she doesn't accidentally murder civilians like last time. Integrated Strategies is basically Arknights' version of a roguelike and costs no sanity at all to play. Before you start, you can choose boosts that help you throughout your entire run. I'll explain these boosts later since there's a lot of new mechanics that wouldn't make sense if I just started explaining them right now. Anyways, after choosing one of the boosts, the game will give you 3 class vouchers which you use to select an operator from that respective class. This is a way you get operators into your squad, but even recruiting operators requires the currency Hope. 6 stars cost 6 hope, 5 stars cost 4, and 4 stars cost 2. 3 stars and below cost no hope at all. Now, you can't just recruit any operator into existence. You can only recruit operators that you actually have in the game, and your operators reflect the same stat and skill level as they are outside the game mode, meaning you probably shouldn't recruit operators you haven't raised. Operators that are recruited get a cap at Elite 1 with their respective max level for their rarity, and you'll need another class voucher and another 2 hope if you want to promote them to Elite 2. This causes a lot of people to raise lower rarity operators, specifically the 3 stars, because they're cost efficient. You don't need to spend any hope to recruit them, but if you still haven't raised a 3 star of the specified class, the game mode has its own unique operators that are worse, but usable for you to use. Occasionally, you'll get a freebie operator from class vouchers. Freebie operators can be any operator in the entire game, even the ones you don't have. For example, in this screenshot I got a Thorns, no flex, despite not having him in my account at all. Once you've recruited your starting operators, you start at floor 1. There were 5 floors in this game mode with an extra 6th one with the secret ending. The floors have stages and nodes with specified pathways. When you go on a specific pathway, there's no turning back. Completing stages will grant you rewards such as a random class voucher, artifacts, and originium ingots, another form of currency. Let's start with artifacts first. Artifacts are items that provide passive buffs or debuffs to your operators. They're the main highlight of the game, and for very good reason. Have you ever wondered what it's like to make Cruz mad? Try imagining her with an added 70 attack speed and 40% more damage. Well, now you don't have to imagine that. The shenanigans you can pull with these artifacts make the game mode very fresh and experimental. Moving on to originium ingots, these triangle Illuminati things are used to buy artifacts and recruitment vouchers at shop nodes, but since you're a gacha player, you might as well just spend them all at the dice nodes to gamble for rewards. Completing stages also gives you experience. At the start of each run, you start at level 0. Once you level up, you get hope and occasionally an increased squad cap. If you're greedy like me, you might want to take every emergency stage you can. These stages are harder but give more rewards. While doing stages, you might encounter a bonus enemy such as Duck Mafia Man or Yakuza Bear. Killing these enemies gives you more rewards at the end of the stage. If you leak enemies while doing a stage, the amount of HP seals carries over to the next stage until you finish the run or fail a stage, which ends the run. You get points from your finished runs, which you can put into passives that will help your next run by a very small percent, but these passives have a cap. In the first and only integrated strategy we had, there were 3 mini-bosses: Masterless Colossus, an ape that turned into stone with his only way of getting his frustrations out by throwing rocks and stunlocking your ops, Kevin 2, Electric Boogaloo, and why is he attacking so fast, why is he attacking so fast, why is he attacking so fast? There were also 3 bosses: Walmart Faust, who you fought if you decided to go through the normal ending, Walmart Frost Nova, who was basically if hell froze over, and Walmart Skull Shatterer, who was a massive DPS check. Walmart Frost Nova and Skull Shatterer required you to get specific artifacts at certain event nodes in order to unlock their fight. At the start of each run, you can get a passive boost such as being able to eat 2 guards and vanguards without needing another recruitment voucher. There are also 3 different difficulties. Easy mode gives an artifact that stat buffs your operators, normal does basically nothing, and hard mode gives you a debuff artifact at the start. As you can see, this entire new game mode had many novel mechanics that intertwined with each other, making integrated strategies as a whole something new and refreshing to play. No, Kobe, you can't eat that mushroom. No, Kobe, stop. Stop. No, stop. Oh god. If you asked players if they enjoyed the new game mode, many will without a doubt say it's the most fun event they've ever played, including me. The best thing about the game mode is its stark contrast to normal content, and especially contingency contract. Integrated strategies just allows for so much more experimentation, especially among lower rarity or lesser used operators. For example, Blumishine. Yes, this is the 5 millionth time I'm going to showcase her, shut up. In most content, you'd want to pick Saria over Blumishine because Saria provides defensive healing. However, at the start of integrated strategies, because of the fact that you have no operators, so you need operators to fill DPS blocking and healing roles, Blumishine can just fill all 3 roles at once. I would certainly choose her over Saria in that case. It's not even lesser 6 stars that get used more often. Mei is a great 4-star anti-air sniper that provides amazing crowd control. Cutter has incredible damage for her low rarity. Scene can practically solo most of the beginning stages. The game even wants you to experiment with more operators, handing you them like a free trial. Obviously, you can ignore all these things and min-max your meta build with Thords and the rest of the Arknights crew, but seeing how other operators shine can easily teach you something new about their usability. Integrated strategy scales like a shonen anime. You know how the main protagonist always gets some broken power and then his opponent is somehow even harder? It's basically that. Instead of contingency contract where you debuff your operators and buff your enemies to make the stages harder, in integrated strategies you get to make your stats as cracked as possible while fighting even more cracked enemies. The fun in making operators that you thought weren't usable into busted as hell units was the most entertaining part of my integrated strategies experience. If you really think about it, gacha, tower defense, and roguelike aren't concepts that naturally work well together, but Hypergriff has somehow managed to make the game mode a blast for most players. Integrated strategies is also extremely replayable unlike most events. In most Arknights events, you usually just clear the stages for the first time, then farm the rest of the event, basically only having a day or two of new content before you go back to farming. Every run in IS is different since it's a roguelike, and it also costs no sanity, so why not go for another run? As much as I love this event, it isn't perfect. Runs can become frustrating, especially with multiple RNG mechanics. Trying to go for a specific ending and triggering events and getting a good squad and good artifacts can be painful enough, specifically when you have a good squad going and then get cucked by getting locked out of triggering the event. Newer players also can't enjoy integrated strategies as much as veterans since they don't have wide rosters that longtime players have. Look, Kobe, it's Sagapog. Say hi. What? Where did that bowl of rice come from? I've been hoping for another version of this event to come out for a very long time, so after an extremely long wait, it's refreshing to see that we'll be getting a polished version of this game mode soon. Integrated strategies really livens up every Arknights community because it's so fun and shareable. Tons of memes have spawned from the event, and content creators are no longer molding from repeating the same stages over and over again. It's free content. I hope Hypergriff doesn't somehow screw up the experimentation and replayability of integrated strategies. It provides a lot of freedom in terms of strategy, and you're able to do lots of shenanigans you wouldn't be able to do in any other event. As I've been raising operators over the past year, it's exciting to think how they would be used in IS and what stupid antics I could probably pull with them. Kobe, watch out, there's a Masterless Colossus there, don't aggro him, okay? Kobe, what are you doing? No, stop, no, you can't, he's going to kill us, Kobe, stop trying to...